Hi, my name is Bradley Sorensen, and this is my presentation on digital body language between generations, and more specifically, the different use of email and sort of how you should approach emailing in a professional setting. The first person that I interviewed for this assignment is Samantha McCoy. This is my girlfriend. She's a student at Ames and UNC in Greeley, Colorado. She is 20 years old, so she's Generation Z. Sort of the places that she's worked has been a server at Texas Roadhouse, and she was a nail salon receptionist as well. And then she's been in the workforce for 3 years, and the most common medium for professional communications for her has been email for work as the receptionist, and then also communicating with professors um, at her institutions, Ames and UNC, and then also Zoom, which has been big for communicating as far as her online classes that she's taken, stuff like that. So, as far as the do's when it comes to emailing for her, some of the more common ones is like an introduction, thanking them for their time, and attaching with like stuff that you have to attach with the email and not sending it separately. And then a couple ones that are kind of specific to her generation that I've found is allowing AI to assist in wording when you need to, and also restructuring emails. And then a big thing that's been coming around in Generation Z is between colleagues, not between clients, is these fun email sign-offs, which is like mean regards, another day, another sleigh, or insert pleasantry here, or live, laugh, leave me alone. These have been kind of fun things that have been gaining popularity and traction just recently. Don'ts is don't be too wordy, especially in professional. You want to get straight to the point. Don't attach things separately, which is just kind of the other side of one of the do's. Don't be overly casual. Don't use LOL. Don't use OMG. Don't use stuff like that. But it's still okay to use casual language in an email as one of her do's. And then never is never curse. Don't use emojis, and then don't attach overly personal information, which I think is kind of a given, but it is something that she thought she should mention. My second interview was with Bradley Sorensen Sr., who is my father. He's a human resources director at the town of Windsor. He's in the baby boomer generation. He's 65 years old. He's been in his current position for 9 years, and he's been in the workforce for 48, my bad. So he's been doing communicating professionally for quite a long time. His most common medium for professional communication has been email and face to face and then phone call. He said, as of recently, with this new position that he has, or I guess newer as of the last 9 years, it has been a lot more face to face meetings than really anything else, obviously, barring the whole COVID pandemic. Some of the do's that he's had in his are going to be have some similarities. Greetings, but as far as the greetings, he specified the use of greetings or hello and not using things like hey, hi, etc. Using professional tone and then being shortened to the point. A professional sign off. I brought up the idea of those fun ones, and he really did not like that at all. And then use of correct punctuation in your emails. And then some don'ts that he came up with, I was able to think of on the fly, were use of casual language, a direct opposite to Sammy. Sending multiple emails, which is a similarity between the two, and then the use of AI, which I thought was interesting. And then email nevers, he had quite a few of these. He said never curse or use of emoticons, which were similar. Never use LOL, OMG, etc. Or those funny sign offs. He was not a fan of those in the slightest. So while there were some similarities between the two, like being short and to the point, trying to avoid use of short slang like OMG and LOL, the differences what stood out quite a lot more. The first one is the use of casual language. The baby boomer, my father, did not believe in the use of casual language. I believe this could be due to growing up in a generation where professionalism required, and use of casual language could be viewed as a lack of respect for the person that you're talking to. As of where now you want to build personal connections with the people that you work with, and use of casual language is better for that. The other one would be use of AI. My dad believed that AI is not your own writing, and I believe that that's probably the reason why he didn't like it. And an older generation sees stuff like that as taking the easy route. However, the newer generation can see you have these tools at your disposal, and with all these norms that you're supposed to follow, why wouldn't you take advantage of the resources that you have to make writing this a little bit easier and a little bit more straightforward for yourself?